Hi, my name is the Map Charter, and today we're going to be discussing the map that I made in a previous video called the Second Civil War. So, in the scenario I built here, see, what happened to create the Second Civil War was a clash between Democrats and Republicans after the pass of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Now, historically, at the time, the South, which are the states highlighted in red, were mostly controlled by Democratic governors or senators. So, they formed the Union of States in America. Now, the North, the Yankee type thing, is of course the United States of America. Now, of course, New Mexico, Oklahoma, and Texas all came together to make the Union of Texas, New Mexico, as in, of course, Oklahoma would become part of Texas. The next thing that I had played out was that the Great Plains countries, as in these center nations highlighted in a yellowish color, which include Montana, North and South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas, they seceded from the United States of America because of the industrialization that they wanted to do out here in the Great Plains. So, of course, they decided, we don't want that, we're going to secede. After the secession of the Great Plains Union thing, the Great Plains states, it led to the other downfall of the West Coast. The Cascadia movement prevailed, leading to a union between the three states of Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, creating the country of Cascadia. Then, of course, the California Republic. The California Republic seceded because, of course, there would be no way for military or even economical aid to come through those hostile nations. So, of course, California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona seceded and created the California Republic. Now, Hawaii and Alaska, they with no way for the United States presidents to come there, they of course had to. Their governments collapsed basically. It is anarchy in Hawaii and Alaska. As this war plays out here, so let me give you a thing here. So, first of all, there's this. So, of course, the United States of America comes down to take off and cut them off through the Mississippi. Now, the Union of States in America go up through Virginia, Ohio, and try to cut them off through that. So, so after the Second Battle of Appomattox Courthouse, and of course, taking areas along the Ohio River, which is why Ohio is named Ohio, they had gotten up to Buffalo and taken it, fully encircling somewhat an entire part of the country, which would be here. So, after that, there was another assault, except this was the western assault by the Union of States. They went here to Tulsa, and they would go here into southern Texas. Now, they eventually did surrender. So after that being completely destroyed, the Union-ish armies decided to march through the Great Plains. So they thought that they can get past the Great Plains real easy. It's flat land, use tanks. So of course they go into Colorado and Kansas, and of course they go up the Missouri River to get to Montana, cutting off basically 2/2 of the country. Doing that, severely cutting the supply chain, and of course leading to the complete destruction of the infrastructure in the country, leading to eventually the surrender. After the newly gained territory of the Great Plains again, the United States decided to launch another attack, this time on the newly controlled Union of Texas and New Mexico of the Union of States in America. So, they attacked from New Mexico down the Rio Grande, and of course from Kansas, taking the majority of that, and of course leading to this area being consolidated as the Texan Territory. Then of course they had this to deal with, because California to deal with. So of course they went through Utah, and of course they went through Arizona. They tried to pinch them with their maneuvering. They met in the middle of the Californian state, the old Californian state, and of course blocked off one part of the country from the other, which led it to completely crumble because of jurisdiction, jurisdiction, and money and political reasons. California fell. And of course, it was time for the final assault on Cascade. They went up through California, up the coast, and captured Seattle. They went up through Idaho, and of course, captured Boise, Idaho. But now, since all of that had been conquered by the United States, the Union of States in America had to fight that big, massive power there. So, of course, the Union decided to attack through Texas, going up through Georgia, while the Union of States decided to go up through Virginia, again, use the thing they already established there, and of course had that. So, with the Union going through there, and of course through Arkansas and through Tennessee, there was a peace treaty, an armistice signed, and later a peace treaty at Chicago. The Treaty of Chicago, of course, led to the reunification of the United States.